Hi everyone! With the 3.0 update, a new type of enemy was released, Titankin. You encounter them, they are made out of stone, yet when you come too close or turn your back on them, they turn to these things that you see in front of you. So I will be reading their descriptions for you in this video. Furie Warrior. Weaknesses are lightning, quantum, and imaginary. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They are infused with Nikadar's golden ichor. Their robust bodies are the shields of the army, and they use their stony corpus to cut off their foes, while their powerful limbs carry rations across the battlefield. They are also used as sparring partners by the soldiers of Kremnos. Furie Philosopher. Weaknesses are fire, ice, and imaginary. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They are infused with Nikadar's golden ichor. They contain plundered rationality within their vessels. The reason behind their creation is not truly toward the study of universal knowledge, but to delve deep into brutal martial tactics and the merciless laws of survival, further spreading madness masquerading as philosophy. As you can see, he's holding a book, so it makes him look like he's learned and everything, but he's also wielding a knife. Furie Archer. This is the enemy I always focus because they have an arrow that bounces between your characters and it's not very nice. Weaknesses: ice, lightning, and quantum. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They are infused with Nikadar's golden ichor. With faith as steadfast as flying arrows, they are the means to find prey for Kremnos' forces, hunting down beasts and foes across the wastes and ensuring none survive within firing range. Furie Troop. Weaknesses are physical, ice, and imaginary. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They are infused with Nikadar's golden ichor. They are singers under the lance of fury, and their lyrics come praises from soldiers and the Mad King, using divine spells to call upon Nikadar's blessings. The Mad King refers to Kremnon's king that was killed by his own son. Spirit Thief Bartolos. Weaknesses: control, effect resist. So he has no weaknesses. The way that you fight him is he says attack with skill, or attack with ultimate, or attack with basic attack. And he does something different with his arms. They down, up, or in the middle. But you can always hover over it to also see what it does. You encounter him whenever you try to find chests and things like that. There's a new time control thing that you can do where you can turn back time. You have to use that for him. It's a bit confusing at first how it works, but there's usually a long line and there's 3 green parts to that line. The character goes over those lines. When you reach the green part, you stop with the wind back and you start again. You don't have to wait, you can just stop start. So there's no waiting that you need to do. He tries to steal chests and things like that. Sometimes you will have to fight him depending on what you choose to say to him. There's always a conversation that you need to have with him before he gives you the chest back after rewinding time. So be sure to talk to him and not just walk off. His description is as follows. The twin sprites roaming the wilds and alleys of Amphorius, taking pleasure in stealing valuables and playing tricks on travelers. They often outpace treasure hunters at the last moment, leaving only a coin as a harmless joke. Furie Praetor. Weaknesses are ice, lightning, and quantum. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They are infused with Nikadar's golden ichor. They are mighty constructs capable of housing a Titan's soul. With their great swords, they stand ready to repel the rush of the black tide or turn their blade on a countering assault in times of war. Countering onslaught, sorry. Furie Praetor will sacrifice their weaker kin, exchanging atrocity for divine punishment from the Titan. The Savage God, the Mad King, incarnation of strife. So this is the Titan of strife, the Mad King. The reason why he looks like that is because he split his soul into different constructs, and you have to defeat them over and over again until he actually dies. His weaknesses are ice, lightning, and quantum, but he's also immune to control effects. The Titan of Strife continues to the mad war in their frenzy, becoming the unconquerable fear of the masses of Emphorius. They once were famed through glory, earning respect from gods and from the people of the land, and yet the city that revered them was sundered, and the poems that praised their name were destroyed. Only their evil reputation lingers in this lightless era and end times, tainting the throne of world's brilliance. This is a second version of him. As you can see, the title is The Giver, Master of Legions, Lance of Fury. It looks a little bit like one of those biblically accurate angels with the amount of wings and stuff. He has no weaknesses and he is also immune to control effects. The Undefeated, the Sovereign of all battles, the King of Castrum Kremnos and of Ruins, Grand Artisan of the War Chariot, the Throne upon a Mount of Corpses, and Father of Victory, the Usurper of Glories, the Lightning that split the sea, the Guardian of Amphorius, the Titan of Strife, the Lance of Fury, Nikador. A general that all the world should heed, the Eternal Sharp Sword, the Law of Strife and of ending strife. Praise Nikador, greatest of conquerors, greatest of guardians. As far as I know, those are the only ones that got recently added. The thing with these enemies is you encounter them mostly in Kremnos, and there's also a part of the world that the story is a bit different. There's a couple of what's it called? So as I mentioned before, there's a couple of titans that they were talking about. This guy is like, 2 of these are a titan. There's another titan somewhere. I don't know where they got added towards though. Maybe in the terms and I didn't read them properly, but there's a bunch of titans that got added, and maybe they'll have like their own databank entry. Sadly for now, I don't think there's much databank entries that we can do. If you're new to the 3.0 update though, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. There's a lot of side quests as well that add more to the story, to the area. Be sure to explore every nook and cranny. There are insects that you can find. The character, what was her name again? Aglaya? This character, the one with the golden threads, right? Her, the Weaver of Gold. She has this thing behind her in one of the parts of the story. Yeah, Aglaya. She has some sort of weaver behind her in the story. It's very important to look around the area. There will be bugs like sitting around. Some of them will be on top of creatures. Some of them will be on the head of something. Some of them will be like on a painting or something like that. It's really important for you to actually like explore, because these things will actually allow you to have might as well show you. These things will unlock like an option for there's a new mechanic in the game called like, I forgot the name now. It's a tablet. You need to find the insects for it. The tablet will activate because of it, otherwise it will have nothing on it. But you need to find all the insects for it.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
But I might as well show you something. Over here somewhere there is an insect. Also these things you can shoot. They will give you a movement speed buff. Let me show you. Genius divine speed. But as you can see, this guy has a butterfly on him. If you catch the butterfly or talk to it, it will say something different. This one says, "These big guys are all dressed so unfashionably, nothing like the style my lady likes. But luckily I'm here to do a little embroidery." And then it gives you a smiley face, and they're random smiley faces. They're all different. You get amber and you get money for it, so it's honestly good to do. There's also a thing called the Garmentmaker that you can visit. I forgot where exactly, because this thing is huge, by the way. Look at it. So there's things like the you can do activities inside the city, talk to people, do side quests, and you get memory shards from them. You can spend those memory shards at Garmentmakers to find the location of those insects. That's why that insect was marked on my map with a question mark. The only negative thing though is that not only are you missing out on something when you do that, you can use them for something else. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, that is bad. Come on. It's stuck in the loading animation, what? Okay, there we go. This thing. Talk to it. Talk to the steed. Keys and gates are paired up, and if you want what's behind the gate, you'll have to match it with the corresponding object that the memory plucked out of the stream of time. Do you have it? So, this guy sells you stuff for memory shards. Recipes and stuff. As you can see, I bought a couple. I've got 15 memory shards. But, like, these recipes and stuff, there's music, and there's a mysterious gift that gives you random stuff. A mysterious gift hidden behind the door. Looking very valuable, what could it be? So, like, I'm gonna spend it on the recipes and stuff first, and on the songs and things to just unlock everything. But I would recommend actually holding on to these. Do not give it to the garment makers unless you've finished buying everything here, because otherwise you give a memory shard away that you could have used to buy yourself a recipe. For example, the veil bundle. Let's just buy that. Synthesize. The veil bundle. Upon use, one of the following facts will be randomly applied to all allies in the next battle. Speed increase 20%, break increase 60%, effect hit rate 60%. So it's definitely worth doing. Definitely worth getting these. These resources as well, you get them from just following the storyline, farming a bit for your character upgrade. For example, the new main character, Traces. You can farm these. Right, there's a specific memory shard for it, a specific memory of chaos or whatever it's called. You can find it here. And then crimson for the trace materials. And then go down. See? This. Just run this and you will get resources for it as well. Or go around, kill the enemies again, complete quests, everything. But do not spend your memory shards on the garment makers, spend them here. This thing, like, Divine Falls can traverse the world and bring you whatever you need so long as you pay the price. See? So you can get different items from it as well, but I would recommend getting the other stuff, the recipes and things first. This is a new thing that you also unlock later on. It's a recollection. So it's something that happened in the past. So Feinon's talking to the king killer here. I forgot his name now. Feinon is the nameless hero. So you did you did come creeping in here after all, My Day. So My Day knows, I guess, was his name. I don't know about anywhere else, but that conspicuous body of yours is bound to be noticed in Marmorial Palace. My Day responds, is there anything I can do for you? Feinon says, nothing in particular. I feared you wouldn't be preparing to bathe with that immortal body of yours. You're here, and that's all that matters. It is strange, though, now that I say it, I thought that the black tide would have no effect on you. Oh, My Day responds. Feinon, it seems that power comes from the gods after all. If even they themselves are at its mercy, it is only natural that they are unable to protect you. My Day just responds yes. Feinon, so is the black tide your only weakness? My Day, no. He just gives one-word responses. Feinon, I see you're trying to get rid of me. I'll change the topic. There is something that I actually wish to ask you. There are few in the city that can match me in battle, and chances to battle non-humans are few and far between in my travels. Because of this, it has been hard for me to observe the weakness in my swordsmanship until I met you. When I crossed swords with you before, I lacked endurance, and your powerful blows nearly knocked my blade from my hands. If it weren't for my slightly superior technique, I fear you would have defeated me. Technique? Ha! You mean your laughable little tricks? He responds. Feinon, ha! I know how to relate to you now. As we have fought before, how about we share some of our insights? My Day just responds with, huh? Finon, we have battled for all this time, yet I have never seen you fatigued. How do you train? Would you consider teaching me? My day, I fear you will be disappointed here. This is not my training. I am simply more capable of enduring pain and suffering than you are. So you can find these little shards later on in the game as well. They give you little pieces, insights into things that you supposedly weren't there for. As you can see, the shields that you can see around are also things you can shoot. And don't forget to interact with these holy candles.
What's Dad talking about?
And also these things. Be sure to look out for the holy candles and the prayer rituals, okay? Either way, I'm gonna leave you with that info. I'm gonna leave you with the details and everything like that. Maybe if I can find the Garmentmaker again. I think this is the Garmentmaker. No? Where's the Garmentmaker? I forgot. The Garmentmaker herself has two options. If you find the one here in the Eternal City, she actually talks about, I think this is her. No. I forgot. I actually forgot. So the Garmentmaker actually has a thing where you can talk to her, you can give memory shards. Do not do that yet. Do not do that yet until you have gotten everything you want from the Janus steed. You know, the Trojan horse? The piggy. Also, there's a couple other things like the shields. There's a red and a blue version of it. Be sure to shoot them. This might be... Yeah, this is it. See? If you collect all the nymphs, you can get rewards for it. So be sure to look around, collect all the bugs and everything like that. There's butterflies, there is beetles. Yes, these are adorable as well, so I'm going to just show you these. But the Garmentmaker looks like this. See? You have found 13 nymphs so far. And I think these will fill up the moment you finish the other regions. But you can talk to her. She will give me a quest, no need to panic. See? I see it's like the miniature Herta. So it's just... I don't usually read these things. She doesn't like that I talk to her that way. My distinguished guest, please don't rush to leave yet. I still have something to say. There's something I need your help with. I was just pondering how to start, even though we are currently connected by the golden thread. I want to convince my sincerity to you. Long before Okhema was invaded, I received some prophecies. Unfortunately, I was too busy to pay attention to them at the time. So these are like character side quests that you can do. I think the Garmentmaker gives them to me instead of Aglaya. I need to do is bring back any nymphs you encounter and I'll handle the rest, distinguished guest. During the process of capturing them, you may witness some phenomena that are hard to comprehend. Don't worry, these are merely the remnants they leave behind. So, like, you see the nymph that I picked up left like a smiley face. They exist in the form of butterflies. The aura of romance oozing from them is unusual and should not be difficult to distinguish. So the nymphs in Okhema, the city themselves, are butterflies. In other areas there will be blue beetles, in other areas there will be orange beetles, so be sure to look around, they are definitely worth trying to find. I've asked my trusted nymph to prepare a small puzzle for practice, why not give it a try? Created by Circe, yet bound by the strings of romance, if you touch it loose you can create a knot of destiny. Seek out its hidden place, I've left a gift there just for you. So that's the side quest that just unlocked. But I don't want to hear that again, but you know. When you talk to them, they allow you to give them the thing, do not do it. You also can talk to this one and receive rewards for the amount of nymphs that you have found. So be sure to check around. There's a couple more in every region. I found, I think 4 total, or 3 total. I'm not sure if they are in every region, but you can definitely find some.
Hi, this is Toga speaking.
But yeah.
How?
Okay. Thank you for that, Ruby. and Topaz and Nambi. But yeah. I am gonna leave it here then. I'll hope this was useful info. Also, I really like these little creatures. I hope that they add an entry for them as well, because they are so adorable. Look at it. It's like looking at me from behind here. Either way, thank you. Have a nice day. If you have anything you want me to read, leave a comment, leave a like. It does help. It helps people find my channel. Thank you, Faipe, for being also somebody that actually helps with Patreon. It does help a lot. I know a lot of people are saying it, but yeah, I might make a video on my Patreon if people are interested about why it helps me so much and what exactly is happening in my real life. But for now, I'll leave this for you guys. Have a nice evening, have a nice day, have a nice night, depending on where you live. And I hope you guys come back another day as well.